Hello, everybody on YouTube. This is my wife, Lanny. She'll tell you our new blog name, and we're new at this, so bear with us through trial and error. We're just trying to get our story out there and get familiar with YouTube so we can entertain you guys. Um, Here's Lanny. This is my wife.
Hi, everybody.
Just to give you a little rundown, I came to the Philippines in 2019 and stayed here, and then the pandemic hit. So we wanted to leave the Philippines because of all the protocols. And I want my wife to share how uncomfortable she was for almost 2 years running from the jab. So, Lanny, why did we end up going to Nicaragua?
First, our plan is going to Costa Rica because that's the only place that I can go without a visa. So, but you said we try Nicaragua because it's like um, visa on arrival. Why we check Nicaragua first before we're gonna explore Costa Rica?
And they didn't have lockdowns or protocols or anything like that. That was another reason we chose Nicaragua. How long were we there, Lanny?
It's like a week.
It was horrible,
Yes.
wasn't it?
Yes, it's actually I really don't like the sorry to say, but the people and also the place, kind of.
Yeah, let me emphasize on that. The people we left the Philippines where everybody's nice and smiley, and obviously my wife's home country. Nicaragua, people were really rude and almost aggressive to the point when they would try to scam money. I'm sorry, and I'm not generalizing everybody. I'm sure there's nice Nicaraguans. This is just our experience. And then we were there for a week, Lanny, and we decided to go where?
In Costa Rica,
Okay, and also had open protocols in Costa Rica, no
yeah.
lockdowns.
Uh,
Okay.
First, I think they got mask mandate, but I think when we stayed there for a couple months and then they dropped the mandate of mask, so we're really happy for that. So we're not going um, wearing masks everywhere we go, even in the mall, even in shopping center. So it's really nice.
Yeah, so we ended up leaving Nicaragua and we got to Costa Rica. And where did we get dropped off, Lanny? And express how we got dropped off?
Or we dropped I mean, that guy dropped us in Walmart in San Isidro. So it's like I'm 4 months pregnant, no house to live, and at 2 years old, my son. And it's like really crazy because we don't know the place. It's our first time also in that place in San Isidro, and we don't have any idea where we're gonna stay.
So we got dropped off at Walmart, suitcases sitting in the corner, kids standing beside us trying to figure out what we were going to do. Wife hopped on Marketplace on Facebook. And what'd you find on Facebook, Lanny?
It's like 2 bedroom house and like almost a 3,000 square meter property with a 2 bedroom, really simple house, but livable. Um, I showed to my husband that I think we can afford it because it's cheaper, the price, than the Philippines.
Okay, and then after we put that house deal together, we actually got help from the same people to buy a car. So within 48 hours, we had a house and a car and a new life in a country that didn't have COVID protocols. How did we like Costa Rica, Lanny?
We like it first, but we really didn't socialize to the people because of the language barrier. We really don't know how to speak. Spanish, even though I'm a Filipino. Some of our words are similar to them, but still it's hard to learn.
Yeah, Costa Rica was really, really boring after a couple weeks of being there. But we stuck it out and tried to make the best that we possibly could out of our little adventure. At least we were in a country that didn't have protocols. And after about a year, we decided to make a venture to Mexico. Tell them how hard it was to get a Filipino in Mexico, Lanny.
Yeah, Filipino need a visa to enter Mexico. Since my son also is a Filipino, and we need to gather our document first before we can have a visa. So I asked my friend here in the Philippines to process all the documents that we need, like birth certificate, marriage certificate with apostille. We need to do apostille because they didn't accept any documents without apostille. So I asked my friend to do that for me, and we spent like sending her money to process that cost us like $200 without sending us out. It's not included sending the documents to us in Costa Rica. And I think sending us the document to Costa Rica is about $160 that cost.
So we had a huge investment. Did I have to go somewhere and get some documents?
Yeah, you went to America to get your birth certificate and your I think birth certificate and your like rewards letter. Yeah, so need to be apostille also because document from other countries, so they don't accept that, or if not apostille.
Yeah, so plane fare, round trip, hotels, running around trying to get all this paperwork. Probably about a 2 week process, which cost about $2,000. So we're already invested in Mexico, so this has got to be our plan. So tell them once we got all the documents together and we submitted them to the Mexico embassy and they approved us, Lanny. Where did we live when we got to Mexico?
We landed on first where we were in Tijuana, I think in a week, and then we drove. I don't know how many miles, but it's really far. It's like how many hours is that? 13?
1,000 miles.
Oh, 1,000 miles drive going to Loreto, Tijuana to Loreto because there the boat is right in Marina in Loreto. So my husband said his dream is to live in the sailboat. So he has a sailboat there sitting in Marina, Puerto Penasco. I know. I mean, what's the name of Marina, Latin? I forget the name. Somewhere in
So, anyways, we lived on a 65-foot McGregor sailboat for how long, Lenny?
it's like almost a year.
Almost a year,
like
and it
8 months.
was challenging with all the kids because we had another little girl in Costa Rica.
Yes. I just gave birth, and I think my baby was like 8 months old. And then it's a surprise also that I was pregnant. Like I didn't know I was pregnant when I came to Mexico. So it's really stressful for me. I got 3 years old son and 8 months old baby, and I'm pregnant at the moment.
And the boat was kind of intimidating for lack of crew that we had, right, Lanny?
Yeah, it's really intimidating. For you, the crew is like you and me and two babies.
Yeah, yeah. So my experience in sailing went back 10 years, and I had an injury in 2014 that I wasn't realizing. So how it changed me. So when we got on the sailboat, I was very intimidated, and it was very challenging. We actually couldn't do it. We couldn't even put up the sails. We just had to motor around to random anchor spots and do some fishing and swimming and going to some white beach islands there in Sea of Cortez, Mexico. Do you got anything to say about the experience on the boat, Lanny?
Yeah, it's fun. It's fun but stress at the same time. Um, our first anchorage in Honeymoon Cove, that was fun, but it lasts like 30 minutes because we need to head back again because we are stressing about our dinghy or our boat or not anchored right or something like that. So we're having just 30 minutes fun and then head back to the boat again.
Yeah, that was our first experience, and then we kept going out every other day, 2 miles, and then the next day 5 miles until we got a little bit comfortable for motoring, right, Lanny?
Yeah. It, and then I was amazed there because in the Philippines, um, like all the fish in the Philippines, I couldn't see fish like this big, this like very big in like a shallow part of the ocean, like really shallow. You can see swimming around, and then like big shells on the beach. In the Philippines, I couldn't
Yeah, she's
really.
she's actually from the Philippines, and like I say, I was here for a little over a year. So every time we went swimming or whatever, we really saw no sea life. There was no fish in the shallow waters, even out in the, as far as you can see down 15, 20 foot, we really never seen any fish off the shoreline. So in Mexico was completely different story. We would turn the light on the back of the boat, and literally within minutes we would have hundreds of fish swimming by the back of the boat, all lit up. So she was really loving that. We caught a lot of fish. We caught a Durango
Dorado.
or
We call
Dorado.
it here in Philippines is Pandawan. Yeah, we call that in the Philippines Pandawan. And the sea urchin there is like, I don't know, it's really big.
Everything's, I think, smaller in the Philippines because the water's so warm, and I'm thinking that's the reason. I'm definitely not a scientist, but everything was larger size in Mexico as far as the fish and the sea urchins, and yeah,
But
it was pretty intense. It was fun, and then after we got comfortable motoring the boat, where did we go, Lenny?
from Loreto, we decided to go to La Paz, like, uh, yeah, La Paz City, La Paz, Mexico. So we travel for, they said like 12 hours motor.
Yeah.
Seems like our boat is take like 9 hours because it's like our boat is really fast.
Yeah, we had a streamline, only a 12-foot beam on a 65-foot boat with a diesel engine. We could do 1,900 RPMs and do about 8 to 9 knots, which, if you know anything about sailboats, that's fast under motor power. The capability of sailing the boat with both sails up would have been about 30 knots, but we could not do that with
Yeah.
my condition and lack of crew. So, how long did we stay in La Paz, Mexico, Lanny?
I think we stayed there for a month. Yeah, we stayed there for a month, and then because our we just anchored outside the marina, and La Paz anchorage is really sucks. The what's this? The current is keep changing, and it's really open, no shelter the wing. So every time it's windy, like 20 knots wind, and it will like really uncomfortable, unsettable, and it's cold also. I'm scared for the kids once the boat is like turning, like I couldn't explain it, but that's why my husband decided to, where we're gonna go, Puerto Penasco in Rocky Point, Mexico.
Yeah, we're this video is getting pretty long, and we know you guys like to watch short videos, so we're gonna do a to be continued and do a second menu. Do you got anything else to say? Like goodbye to everybody, and we'll see them soon.
Okay. Thank you for watching. Hopefully you will follow or subscribe us. And this is my son right here,
Luis,
Luis. And thank you. If you want to hear our story, watch our second part of part two. Thank you, guys.
bye.
Bye.